I know everybody that comes to the fight don't want me to win. That's the reality of it. That's what motivates me. I'm gonna talk, man. I just, what Marshall say? What'd he say?
I'm just here.
You know why I'm here?
About that action. Oh, Ward this, Ward that, Ward this, Ward that. Keep working. We don't talk. I'm gonna say nothing. Keep working. I see it. Don't respond to it. Just keep working. Then when it's over, you got a decision to make. So give it just due, or we gonna make an excuse on why it happened.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. November 19th, the most meaningful fight to establish the #1 pound-for-pound person, Kovalev versus Andre Ward. Great fight. Now, you guys seen the title and clicked on the video. Before I get started with this actual video, I want to say, check the link in the description to watch the trailer for My Fight. It's an HBO original program. I guess they're not doing the 24/7. They're not doing the face-off. They are doing budget cuts, so I guess we don't get quite those. But they are doing a special called My Fight. They did one on Terrence Crawford. And I watched the trailer. It looks good. It debuts October 29th. HBO programming, when they actually do it for boxing, their programming has suffered this year. But in general, I like the cinematography. I like the narration, the pacing, the storyline. They do a really good job. And this one looked really good. It's a look into the fighter's lifestyle and them coming up, and they visit Andre Ward's old home and Kovalev. So it looks like basically like a mini documentary. I'm not sure how long it is, so make sure you guys check it out. But back to the title of the video. Now, there's a lot of people that are under the impression that Andre Ward is not the same fighter. I just seen Freddie Roach did an interview. He said the same thing. He says, I like Kovalev. He's a strong puncher, but he looked like shit in his last fight. I like Ward, so I'm not going to pick a guy, but Ward doesn't look like the same fighter. I think the layoff really affected him. Obviously, he's talking about he had a shoulder surgery / injury, and also post Super 6, he had some legal problems, so he was out of the ring. And we all know that from, I think, 2013 to last year, 2015. His first fight back was Paul Smith. I covered that fight live June 20th, 2015. Now, the reason I was making this video, I've been wanting to make this video because Roach is not the first person that has said that. Abel Sanchez seems like he has it out, and it might be because Ward was linked and synonymous with his fighter Gennady Golovkin and called him Little G and stuff, so maybe there's some bad blood. But Abel Sanchez has had a lot to say. Kovalev destroys Andre Ward. In fact, after Andre Ward moved up to light heavyweight, took care of Kovalev's mandatory, IBF mandatory, which was Sullivan Barrera, first fight at the full light heavyweight. Abel Sanchez at the time was training Sullivan Barrera. Post-fight, he kind of completely dismissed Ward's performance and said that, oh, Golovkin and Kovalev will still kill Ward. I mean, he's just not he's not at that level. He's like, oh, Sullivan Barrera, he's still a student, but Golovkin and Kovalev, they're gonna kill and destroy Ward. So a lot of people have this notion that Ward is not the same fighter. My question is this, very simple, and I'll let you guys talk about it in the comment section. What if Andre Ward beats Sergey Kovalev? That's why I don't understand like some of the trainers and boxing personalities. This is a 50-50 fight. You notice when I talk just like that. I give both fighters their just due credit. There's no bias, there's no agenda. Oh, you're from the Bay Area. That has nothing to do with it, because I'm from everywhere. I used to live in England, born in New Mexico. So California is not the only place I've lived, right? That's where I currently reside and have been the longest. That's why I call Bay Area my home, because being in the military, my dad being in the military brat, we moved a lot, you know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, what are people going to say if Andre Ward beats Kovalev? You keep saying how he's not the same, he's past prime, and he's not the same guy, he's not Super 6 Ward. So what happens if he beats Kovalev? You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know. Again, when I talk about the fight, it's a dangerous fight, it's a 50-50 fight. That's why I want to see it, because it's the most meaningful fight probably for 2016, where you have truly the best versus the best fighting each other. And I give both fighters props for even taking this. It's a dangerous fight. There's other guys at light heavyweight that they could have targeted, and they're going after the gusto They're two undefeated fighters. Somebody has to go, and that's what it is. I am picking Ward to beat Kovalev. I've never said it's easy work or whatever, so it's just crazy to hear other boxing personalities and they just seem like, oh, Ward, he's not the same. Okay, so he's not the same. What is the excuse gonna be when he beats Kovalev, if he beats Kovalev? Because again, it's not a foregone conclusion. Kovalev's a good fighter. He's strong as hell. He has more experience at light heavyweight. He's killed a man. I mean, I'm not trying to brag about that. It's not a cool thing, but it's a reality that happened. You know what I mean? And he has the thing I like about Kovalev is his temperament. Bernard Hopkins recently said that he's not easy to break down psychologically. I couldn't get under his skin. Bernard Hopkins, he's done some things in the past, kind of Floyd Mayweather-ish, where he does the psychological warfare, the cat and mouse game. And he did it to Joe Calzaghe. He's, I'll never lose to, actually, I think Jermaine Taylor said, I'll never lose to a white boy. I think Bernard Hopkins might have said that too. But the mind games and the face-offs with Trinidad and stuff, he gets in their head, but he said he couldn't mentally break Kovalev down. Kovalev is very stoic, and he has a mean streak, so that's what makes this such a dangerous fight for Andre Ward, who has had some inactivity and stuff like that. But I just want to know, my question to you guys is, who wins? And if Ward does pull this off, will you give him credit? And what are you going to say if this is not the same Super 6 Ward and he beats Kovalev, which I think he's a favorite, I'm picking him, right? Then what are you going to say? Drop that in the comment section. It's a good fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a stylistic matchup fight where you could pick either person and make a strong argument. Again, when I talk boxing, that's what it is. I talk boxing. I'm not on anybody's payroll. I'm just telling you just like I see it, because before I started reporting, I was a boxing fan, and I think some of these trainers need to get back to that, get back to the spirit of why you were in it. Abel Sanchez, for example, he had a fighter that fought Mike Tyson, so he's been in the industry for a while, you know what I mean? And we got to get back to the passion, not the tribalism. If you talk boxing, you got the microphone in front of you just like I do, just talk real boxing. That's fine. If you think Kovalev will beat Ward, cool, but it sounds like it's something more personal, and I don't know if it has something to do with Gennady Golovkin, but it's every time like Abel Sanchez says something about Ward, it's, oh, he's not the same, oh, Kovalev destroys him easy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you feel, that's cool, but will you give credit? And this is also to the fans, will you give credit if Ward wins, right? Or is it like, no matter what, you're not going to give that person credit? I don't want to hear a bunch of, oh, this guy, mark my words, pause the video, write it down, take a picture. I don't want to hear a bunch of Ward ran, oh, he clinched. You got to be prepared for that. I talked to Ward at his last media day, and he says you got to be prepared for all the styles. So Kovalev knows there's an abundance of tape on Andre Ward, so you can study. Hell, you can even go watch Creed to see how he was fighting in the movie. You know what I'm saying? You can look at all his famous fights, the Super 6 and Chad Dawson, Edwin Rodriguez, to come up with a formidable game plan to offset anything he does if you are elite, more elite than him. You know what I'm saying? So good fight, 50-50. Make sure you guys check out my fight on HBO October 29th. Drop those comments in the comment section. Let me know who's winning and how are they winning. Simple. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.